God. Go to one. Combine. Read your mind.
You can't see my legs, so I'm doing my arm. I'm doing it this way. I know, right? Remember that's the back. So yesterday we had some Afro beats. Today we got a little Caribbean flavor going on today. Yeah.
Right, and it's right along the Fifth Studio.
Right. We rocking it out tonight. We rocking it out. We came a little differently to you guys tonight. So welcome. So I'm going to try to see if I can see any of the comments that come through. So just kind of comment, say, hey, what's going on, where you're at, where you're from, all those amazing, beautiful things. So we are here today. This is Wednesday, a winning Wednesday, a wonderful winning Wednesday, a magnified Wednesday. All things. No. We don't need that. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, that's what we're going out on. Yep. Got it all set up then. So, but any event. So here we go. So listen, we are here today. This is day. What day is it? Day Trey. It's day Trey. It's the third day, right? Yeah. Day 3 to the MYE Institute celebration. We here for 1 year celebration. Yes. Celebrate good times. Come on. Bum. I see Tanisha on there with us. Hey, what's going on? Hey, y'all. Hey. She was on with us last night. Last night was so inspirational. It was amazing. If you missed it, They just go back to, you can go. Let me tell you where you can go. See the ticker that's flying across. You can actually go to bit.ly, bit.l/y, MYE Institute, and you can register for this celebration, and you get to catch all the replays, right? And you get lifetime access because they're dropping some nuggets that you're going to lifetime access. You lying? I'm not lying. Oh, lifetime. Yes. So you get to see this over and over. You might get some nuggets that was dropped on Monday. Listen, Monday was hilarious. Mm-hmm. You need a good laugh. Yeah. You need to go back and rewatch Monday. Yeah. Monday was fun day. Monday was fun day. It was all about nutrition. It was all about Dr. Ock. She was giving us all the inspiration, all the things we needed to know about body, right? For nutrition. She's one of my master instructors. So once again, I'm here with one of my other master instructors right here, Lamar Smith. So we're going to get into him in a second. But I just wanted to welcome everybody once again to day three of our celebration. I said we're going to celebrate this thing all week long. And so because I can, right? Mm-hmm. Right? I can. It's because I can. So there's no rules to this because I can and I will and I do and I am. So here we go. But MYE Institute, let me break this down. So I don't think you know. Did you know? Maybe I don't know. Mm. So MYE was started during, the world shut down, pretty much. Mm-hmm. March 11th. I think we all remember that day. Mm-hmm. It's ironic. I didn't know it was actually March 11th. Because it was about the 14th or 15th by the time we figured it out here. Mm-hmm. But when I went to research, is when it officially started. It was March 11th, and the epicenter is New York. Mm. Y'all catch that? No. Y'all catch that up there too? I know that. March 11th, epicenter. 9/11. Okay, we're gonna crock pot that one. Yeah, the 11s. The 11th. So listen. Mm. So when everything shut down, it was literally, when we realized, well, I think this is really happening, so I don't think we're coming back to work. So I grabbed a lot of my stuff. You guys may have heard me. I'm gonna keep repeating this because somebody needs to hear this. I went and grabbed my stuff. I packed up. I said, well, it looks like we won't be here for a little while. Mm-hmm. And I had this notebook. I had a whole bunch of notepads, and I had one that had some scribble on it. Mm-hmm. That said, MYE Institute, and I was, drawing it out. I was doing logos. I was adding my dragonfly. Y'all know I'm the dragonfly lady right here. Mm-hmm. All that stuff on there, right? Dragonfly. I know I am. I am a dragonfly. hour. It's coming up soon, so stay tuned. But in any event, so I literally was like, I saw it and I was like, I'm not gonna need it, and I put it down and I grabbed all my stuff. And then I realized, oh, I think we're not going to be going back to work no time soon.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, well, let me go back to work and pick up some more stuff.
Right.
And I looked at it again, picked it up again, and I was like, I'm not going to need this. And I put it down. So have you ever had something that hit you so hard and you just stop in your tracks and something's like, go get it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
And I stopped everything I was doing.
Mm.
And I went back and said, this is crazy. I think I had already sat in the car. I got out my car where I was at. I was away from my desk, put it that way. I had to go back in the building to go back to my desk to pick up this notepad. And I said, I don't know why I got to pick this up, but I got to pick this up.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, that's not the only notepad that was in, because it's been in plenty of notepads, because I've been doodling this for a while. We've even talked about doing schools for a while.
Yeah.
And so now it's kind of like, and there's a message behind all of this, right? So then I'm like, okay, now I have it. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to do this school while I'm home by it's time. I knew what I was going to do, but I didn't know my how.
Mm-hmm.
And in the middle of me getting prepared for my conference and for other stuff, because I was like, because I was trying to decide, because actually I was in the middle of film festivals. And then I was trying to decide if I was going to still have my conference live in person. I was like,
conference is amazing.
Celebrating you. So I'm like, wait a minute. So what I wound up doing is just focusing on, the conference and saying, okay, I'll go virtual. I'll figure it out.
Right.
When I realized everything shut down and my film screening had stopped, so I had to switch over to virtual. So I already did virtual like from day one, like mistakes and flaws and all. I did virtual since day one.
Okay.
And even now, sometimes virtual still has its kinks, and it's okay. It's okay. So here it is, and I saw someone. So you ever want something out there? I'm a firm believer of as long as you know your what, the hows will fall into place. Right? The hows will fall into place.
Yeah. At
the right time and at the right moment.
Right.
Well, then it was one of my Facebook friends, shout out to Selena Diva. What's going on, Diva? She posted, said, teach you how to build a school. And I was like, I'm stopping everything I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to scrape up whatever money she needed, because see, that's an investment. Because this was the right thing that I needed. Now, of course, was it in my budget at the time? No. But it was important. Right? Yeah. And I said, you know what? I'm going to, and I locked and I built a school.
Wow.
And so basically like a couple months later, so it was sometime in June, I think I actually launched it. I know it's August, but guess what? Like I said, I can do what I want. So we're going to celebrate this thing, and this is the perfect time. You just do it when you do it, as long as you do it.
Yeah.
As long as you do it. As long as you do it. So the message behind all of this is, what is it that some of you out there, and I said this before, but what is it that some of you out there that were attempting to do prior to March 11th? What is it that was on your spirit that you wanted to do, that you wanted to go, that you just wanted to birth? It's something that just kept nagging at you. Like I kept writing it over and over and over because my soul was like, I got to get this out. But I just kept doodling it and I put it to the side. And then all of a sudden it was like, no, go back and get it, because that urge was so strong. How many of you have been ignoring that urge? That's so strong. So I'm asking you today, now that it's August, 18th of 2021? So that thing that you were thinking about prior to March 11th, are you doing it? Or did you do it? And if not, that face right there, like, then what's that all about? Right, what you've been doing. What you've been doing. I see Walt Miller. What's going on? Welcome. Good evening. Ready for celebration day 3. Yes, the art of love. Yes. That's what we're going to get into tonight. We're going to get into the art of love. The art of love. So that's pretty much how the school started. And when I decided to actually build a school, and I said, okay, I'm just going to start with what I had. And then it was like, wait a minute, like Lamar and Octavia and Tanisha, and then you'll meet the other two that's coming up over the next 2 days. I have another surprise instructor for you, or master trainer for you. And it was kind of like, wait a minute, we had this conversation because all of us have talked about this over time. And I said, listen, I had a school. You ready for your course?
Mm-hmm.
Say less, right? They were like, say less. And so now I have these amazing instructors. We have so many things, boom, right here on this campus. I'm taking from one of my mentors, Lisa Nichols. She has a campus. I got a campus too, right? Shout out to Lisa. Mm-hmm. So listen, you need anything from, like I said, health and wellness, anything from, that's mind, body, and soul. That's health and wellness, mm-hmm. right? Your body. Anything that's dealing with your soul, like mm-hmm. your development, your mm-hmm. personal development. That was Tanisha yesterday, right? Mm-hmm. Right. And now you got mind and mindset. So now listen, this thing with relationships kind of cover almost all of them, all elements. And for the next 2 days, we're going to really dive into relationships. So tonight we have Lamar Smith, and I'm going to introduce you for a second. We're going to talk about the art of love. Yes. Tomorrow we're going to have Tanisha Perry, who's going to do Dear Mr. X. Ooh. So for those who listen, right now, I don't know what's going on in this COVID, but a lot of people have broken up. Chains have been broken to their long-term relationships. And so how do they deal with this? So we're going to talk with her tomorrow, and you'll get to hear all about this Dear Mr. X course that she has. I mean, it's going to love this one. And then on Friday, we're going to have Steve the Legacy. He's called I'm calling him the kid. I'm going to call him the kid because the kid, kid is a baby goat. Mm-hmm. You catching what I'm dropping? The kid is a baby goat. Uncle Les, he coming for you. Ooh. He coming hard because he hungry. He's hungry. I ain't never met a brother so hungry. Yeah, yes. That's what you're going to get on Friday, because act, grow your belief. Mm. So listen, it's all about your mindset. It's all about releasing those limited beliefs, right? To know that you can. So once again, that thing that you were holding on to prior to March 11th that's still not done on 8/18. I'm just going to let that sit right there. But so here we go. We have my brother right here from another mother, right? Oh my gosh. Let me just tell you about this one right here. This one right here, he is the realest. He is the truest. He is just like the utmost, like this he always made me crack up. Look at him, y'all. So like always coming up and just, always having a dream and always being like committed to his dream, right? Mm-hmm. So dream, no pun intended, but ice cream man, right? Mm-hmm. Everything he has is about dreams. Everything's an everyday entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. He has a heart of gold, right? A heart of gold. He would definitely support anyone who supports him. He supports, even if you don't support him, he still supports you because he's all about winning. It's all about winning. It's all about when one wins, we all win. Everybody wins. Mm-hmm. Ironic, Winning Wednesday. How about that? Winning Wednesday. Don't you have a book too about wake up winning no matter what? So, like when I tell you, like he literally is the most selfless person that I've ever met. So, yeah. So, I mean, for you guys to get this treat, for this course and what you're going to learn from him, like you guys are just like really, 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 really in for a treat. So, Lamar, can you tell everybody who you are? Mm-hmm. Just who are you?
Yes, thank you for a wonderful intro, Carolyn. I appreciate it. Who am I? Lamar, Relentless Smith or Relentless Lamar. So basically, what I am, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm the owner of Dreams Ice Cream, located in Glenside, award-winning ice cream business. Been there for 8 years, taking over the suburbs and everything local. Also, I am a 3-time best-selling author, and I like to, when I write my books, I like to write about topics that I love. So one of my books was called Wake Up Winning, as Carolyn stated, and that was a book that was written with 16 other authors. It was just like a shared author, co-author type of book, and we talked about motivation. We talked about why we got winning, the things we had to overcome for us to be where we at in life. So that was an amazing project. And shout out to my man, Sir Mark Du, who was, I saw him last week in Atlanta That's my bro who's on there, and so he's going to be part of the Dreams Cosmetics. But that's a whole different conversation. Also, but my first ebook was called the.
Get ready for this one.
Well, that ain't.
Oh, you're not going to talk.
No, I am telling. No. Okay, but it's not. I know what you're going to say, but that's the third one. So the first one, the first one was called. Yeah, the first one was called. It's called The Art of Kissing.
No, that's the one I was talking about.
That's the one you were talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what ties into this.
Kissing is an experience. So,
right.
Big reason why I wrote that is because I was in a barbershop, I was having a conversation with my young boy. Shout out to Jeff and Jared, and we were just talking about female, barbershop. We talk about everything, women, politics, sports. I
have a son, so I'm familiar with barbershop.
Get it in.
Y'all just talk. Don't care who they are.
Y'all think y'all be getting it at the salon. We be getting popping up there. But yeah, so we talking about intimacy, women and they was like, yo, we don't kiss girls. I'm like, females. I'm like, what? Like, how y'all just go in there, y'all just take your shirt off and y'all just. I'm like, me and my man Phil like, wait, what they? How does y'all? There's no build up. Like, no, I don't do that. So I started thinking, and I was like, hey man, that's probably a big reason what's going on. So it's a lack of romance, lack of responsibility, and since I'm a kisser, I'm very passionate. I think that brings out passion, especially in the moments. I'm like, why not just write something on about the art of kissing and why is it such a missing element? So you can find it on Amazon. That was my first one. Since I'm all about relationships and talk about relationships, because a lot of people ask me, hey, listen, your friends call me, Lamar, I need some advice on dealing with this guy. My homie come like, yo, man, my girl bugging out. I appreciate you because I don't judge. I just give advice. And then I started thinking about what that's. Why not just write about this? Mm-hmm. And then I looked at it from a perspective that, I watched my parents who were married for 53 years, and I saw a lot of issues in those relationships that affected me and my older brother, and I was just like, you know what, we need to talk about this. We need to talk about love, and we need to, and that brings us to where we at now, because we always talked about doing courses and working together. Right. And I was like, when you came to me and approached me, I was like, listen, I'm doing a relationship piece for the school. Why don't you be part of it? Why don't you be a master trainer? It's like, yeah, I want it, whatever you need. So, so I said, so what do you want to talk about? I said, well, let's talk about the art of love, because that's where relationship starts from. Yes. You know what I mean? The art of love. Start loving yourself. So, and it's
about the self-love. That's the key right there. So, it's like the relationships are important with other people, but you can't have a great relationship with someone else until you have one with yourself.
Right.
So that's really, truly, like when we talk about it, like that's really what it's all. That's the key, right?
That's the big.
It's self-love. It's self-love.
And so many people lack that. So,
right.
So the course was done right here in the Piff Studios here. Shout out to my man Ed, because we were, just had to find out, a place where I can get it done, and that's where we're here now. So
it's an amazing course, by the way.
Yes.
Amazing.
Thank you. Yes. It was great production, everything in there. So this, I'm telling you, is off the chain, and like I said, I just love talking about relationships. So pertaining for me, from what I saw, and like you said, the element of self-love. Mm-hmm. A lot of times people are looking. Everybody wants love.
Right.
I said to the quote softest person on earth to the hardcore person on earth. Meaning, like, I always put it this way when I say this. I say, like, when you look at somebody even who is involved with like gangs, right? Mm-hmm. Right. So I know a couple of Crips, a couple people in my life. And everybody's always looking for that person to relate to, right? So even with them,
finding a place to belong, right?
Right, find a place to belong,
someone to be loved, to be accepted, right?
And to be loved, validation, and that's what it is. So that
all forms of love. That's all forms of love, right?
It's all forms of love. So when it comes down to that, when I really started to study it and do some research, and I was like, wait a minute, everybody's looking for love. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's why people have that bond and they even connect on that level.
Right.
So different elements or different situations in life will bring you to a certain stage and a certain point. But that's when it comes down to the self-love. Mm-hmm. It's so important to have that, because if you don't love yourself,
right,
I can't give you love.
You can't. But that's the problem. Mm-hmm. That's the problem. People don't love themselves. They say they love themselves.
Right, they say that.
they say they in love with themselves, but not really, not really.
They definitely not. Really. And that's what we break down in the course. It's like, well, what's love?
Right.
You know, where did you learn it from? Where's your concept come from?
Right.
You know what I mean? Normally everything comes from the environment you're in. And so, but a lot of people, maybe that environment thought that they were giving you love, and that wasn't love.
And that wasn't love.
Or
their definition of love is skewed.
Yeah, it's
right.
Skewed,
it's skewed. And then what we wind up doing is we come up with, once we realize that wasn't really love, and then we come up with our own idea, idolization of what it should be,
or what the world tells you.
What the world tells us based on media, right? What our friends tell us, but guess what? When you look behind their closed doors, they're probably just as jacked up as yours, right? So, but we have this false sense of what we think the idea of it should be, and then we try to seek that, and then we get disappointed when it doesn't amount to that. That's because there's some healing that hasn't been done, because you're still attracting what you're already hurting from.
Yes.
So when they say like attracts like, so if you say, okay, I've dealt with it, no. So if you're wondering what's going on, why I keep having these messed up relationships.
Shout out to Dr. Kathleen. What's up?
I know. I was going to say, yeah, she's on there. Yeah. She was like, all I do is win.
Yes. No matter what. Love her.
Yes.
What you doing?
Thank you for allowing us to use your space.
Yes.
Love it.
Thank you.
Love it. Thank you.
Yes.
So I mean, that's part of, when you don't have the self-love, like, then that's when it ties into all, then you're not going to invest in yourself for your own personal development, right?
Correct.
To feed your soul.
Correct. Then
you're going to not love yourself in the terms of, now your health will get out of the way, right? And now it's just where some of the weight comes from, right? I mean, it gets deep. It gets deep, y'all. It gets real deep. Yeah. So it's all connected. It's all connected. And all of these things are things that, for me, even personally, that I've went through. Went through the process. That's everything that's in the school. It has to be, first of all, approved by me, right? And it has to be something that's in accordance to the things that my principles. My principles are always about to learn, to grow, and to thrive. Because you have to learn in order to grow, right? And then when you're growing, then you're thriving, not surviving, but you're thriving. So that means you can put all that other stuff behind you, but then you're continuous. It's like a cycle. You continue to learn, you continue to grow, you continue to thrive. And so having this art of love, and just this focus on the love of self, when it comes to any kind of relationships, and seeing that you can have an unhealthy, talk about unhealthy love, like a person, place, a thing.
Yeah.
Talk about an unhealthy love.
Well, unhealthy love a lot of times, spills off of, again, with the worldview, or maybe with song, or what media has you thinking, oh, this person bought, he buys me this, and this, and the clothes, and you break down from materialistic. A lot of people think that that's a healthy form of love, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? Those things cannot love you, and it's cool to show people appreciation, and everybody likes nice things, but that's a falsified version of what love is.
Well, maybe everyone doesn't always like nice things, but we are taught and shown that gives you value.
Correct.
When you have nice things, nice things equal a certain level of status and acceptance.
Correct.
Because the love, remember, is about acceptance.
Correct.
It's about validation.
Correct.
It's about being edified. It's about, but and what can edify you? Oh, I drive a Mercedes, so I'm loved. People gonna love me because I drive a Mercedes. They're not gonna love me if I'm driving my hoopty. But you could drive a hoopty and be a millionaire, but they ain't gonna love you.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying, right?
So there's so many facets from it.
So many different facets.
And but we didn't even jump into the 7 effing reasons.
I was getting there. I was trying to smooth that one in there.
I was trying to smooth that one in there. We can back that.
I was going to smooth that one in there. We can transition into there. Yeah.
But because the only reason I was going to say, because I talk about even how, whether you know biblically you believe or whatever. Like, you know, the first story in the Bible is Adam and Eve, right? So it's about relationships, right? So, and we talk about the forbidden fruit, right? Now, normally people symbolize it as an apple, but that was a symbolic of power.
Yes.
Right. So a lot of times, what happens now in this modern day, there's a role. There's this complication with roles. Like, you know, like you got a lot of men out here acting like women, and women playing the role of a man, and it's out of order, right? So that's what happens, and a lot of shakeups happens because someone say, I don't need a man. Men say, I don't need, you know what I mean? I don't need a wife, woman. I'm just do my thing, or whatever, and do whatever. So it's like it's like a battle. It's a constant battle.
And I'm gonna focus on that key word. You said need. I don't need. No, you do.
Right.
It may not be what you want, but it's what you need. Because when you go back to that scripture, when you go back to, you know, there's a reason why Eve was placed there for Adam, because it was a need.
It was a need.
He didn't want, because he didn't know what he wanted, but there was a need. God knew that he needed a helper.
Right.
He needed a helpmate. So there's a need, but we constantly negate that because we don't need, because we don't know love.
Exactly.
We say we want love, but it's not about what you want, because you don't even know what it is.
Right. And that's what we're defining it.
Right. You don't even know what it is.
You gotta know what it is. You have to know what it is.
What it is. What it is. So now when you are in this course, right? So what this one right here did, Lamar, he actually is going to give one of the gifts that you're going to get is a chapter from his book, which is, and it's so, but it sounds really weird. Not weird. I'm just saying nice words by saying weird, but it really has some truth to it. And it's, for those in the relationships, you're trying to figure out like what is going on with this dynamics, right? Because you know we always say hurt people. Man, she crazy. You know, I'm like, man, he tripping. You know, so we go through those things on both sides. It's a battle, right? It's a battle. You know, like you got the relationship wars, right? So now it gets to a point where, you know, you have from a male's point of view. So like from a woman's point of view, you know, it may be like, man, I ain't wasting my time. So that's what a woman will say, man, you wasting my time. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. Listen, if you're not going my way, here, watch this. This is what my hairdresser told me one time. I was like, I gotta lean in close for y'all on this one. So she basically said, so Dr. Kathleen, you might like this one. So you might like this one. I know you already married though, but you might like this one. She said, if you ain't going my way and you in my way, get out my way. Just that simple. Just that simple. So, you know, that's you know, from a woman's point of view, it's like you wasting my time. Like, yeah, we can kiki, but what is this going to be? Like, what type of ship? Like, I didn't put relationship in front of it. I didn't put courtship in front of it. I didn't put situationship in front of it. I didn't put entanglement ship in front of it. It's just a ship.
That web. I talk about that.
What you
in
do,
the book.
you do.
That web.
And so when you have that, you have this ship. It's like, okay, so where's the ship sailing? Like that's it. We just need to know where the ship is sailing.
Where's it going?
Where's it going? I mean, and that's okay. Like if we know where we're going, then we can properly. Listen, we just talked about the cruise ships earlier, about going to the different islands and stuff. I need to know if I'm going on vacation. I need to know what I'm packing. So I don't go to Iceland and I'm packing like I'm going to the Netherlands. Well, that might be the same thing. But the Grenada, we talk about Grenada, right? I don't pack like I'm going to the Caribbean. When I'm going to Iceland, it's cold. So I'm not prepared.
You know where you at.
I know where I'm going. Right?
Yeah.
I know where I'm going. And then I can go and I can enjoy the journey and I can look out the window and I can enjoy the meals as they come. You know, then I can enjoy the journey and get to my destination. And then I can decide to stay there or I can leave. See, but that's from my point of view. So, but then from the guy's point of view, not all. But from one of the perspectives, it's the 7 effing reasons why
men don't want to get married.
Men don't want to get married. Yeah. Just like women say, I don't get married because all these guys are like that. No, not really. They're not all alike. It's just the experience. No. But then from the guys, it's the 7 reasons. And so just I mean, because that's not in the course, but you will get a chapter from the book, as from signing up for the Art of Love. Yes. But just tell them what the 7 effing reasons are.
Yeah. So there's a couple of things I'm gonna say before we get into that.
So wait a minute. So Walt said self-love and validation. This much is so true. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Shout out to Walt. Yeah. Well, first of all, this is what I say. This is one of my quotes. This is Relentless Lamar quote, right? The relationship king. This is one of my quotes. All relationships, no matter in what facet, whether it's intimate, whether it's business, whether it's life, is the cornerstone of your existence. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Who you know, who you don't know, is affecting where you at right now, right? Or the reason why you're at, the reasons why you're at. So I like to start off and say that, and I just exactly, and then I just also just want to like. Sorry, no, it's all good. That's what it's there. That's what we do. So, but going into the 7 effing reasons, and the reason why I wrote that is because. Number one, I'm gonna say is ladies, like men, like we're simple. Y'all might think we're complicated, but all we want is somebody who loves us, right? Who allows us to lead, right? If that man is a true leader, follow that man, right? Understand what I'm about to say? Submissive. No, I'm not telling you to be a slave and shackle what you're doing, but it's ways to be submissive because I should be submissive to you as well. You know what I mean? So that's what it says. Also, too, in the word. So people have to understand that. People see that word submissive, they'll think, get on the floor. Go give me a biscuit and a sandwich. Go
do what I tell you to do.
Come right back.
Yeah, nah.
Now, you know what I mean? Like, no, that's not what we're talking about. So when you hear that word, it's totally different. There's a different definition of meaning. And honestly, like a true partner, like somebody who's willing to help them build, help us build. You know what I mean? Funny, real, who's educated. You know what I mean? On all levels. The female who's educated, like just spark my mind, get my mind here. And honestly, that's it. Like that's what a real man, one, as long as you got your grind and your hustle, you're doing your thing. And Dr. Wall says, I'm listening. And you know what I'm saying? But it's true. Like, I mean, we're very, very simple. And we got our ways about us, but y'all from my rib, so we need y'all. Because think about it, from the rib, I need the other rib to hold my balance, hold it up. So y'all, that's how I piece together. And listen, you my core. Ribs in the core, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah,
we were made from a rib.
Made from, that's what I'm saying. Made from a rib, right.
So, I don't know what I was made from, because I'm missing a rib.
Get a McRib to replace that.
Yeah.
But no. So, but yeah, the 7 effing reasons was a book, and I saw people like, what, 7 effing reasons? Why? Well, 7 effing reasons why men don't want to get married, right? So people can hear that title, like, man, he really against marriage? And no, it's not. It's just the 7 effing reasons is all the words begin with F. So we got fear, you know what I mean? So the word fear, the reason I said fear, right, because fear is actually an acronym, and that's the final evolution of all relationships, FEAR. I had to get silence when you real quick.
I know,
so you know what I mean? It's like dropping a mic. I had a mic that out of the Kobe or Jada kiss to you. But yeah, so that, and then you got finances. And big reason why marriages, people look at it from the perspective of guys. All right, I'm out of lead. I gotta take control. I gotta do this. Be a man in the house. And then some of them be like, well, if I get married, I'm in a relationship, and then we get divorced, then my finances are gone. You know what I mean? So alimony, alimony. What is it? Alimony. Money.
Yeah. This is money.
So we got all that going on.
They getting paid.
Yeah.
Somebody getting paid.
That prevents people from doing it. Then you got the family, right? You got your family might not like me. My family might not like you. In essence, it's like you're not marrying a family. You might be married into the family, but you're not. You know what I mean? So people, they have issues. Don't marry this person, that person, get that. Right. You know what I'm saying? That whole different situation. Also fun. People think when you get married, there's no fun no more, right? If you're watching Married with Children, I get that example, right?
Right.
Peg, they seemed like they was the most miserable couple in the world, and just how it's perceived. You know what I mean?
That once you get married, that's a death sentence.
That's it. No more sex.
Yeah.
No more fun. We just come home.
So then what? So you just said it. So what's the other F?
What, I just said it?
Well, it has to do with what you just said.
The freakiness.
That
yeah, that's it. The freakiness, right?
Did you hear that, doctor?
Freakiness. So we gotta continue to be maintaining freakiness. And relation, it gotta still. It's not. You still have to keep that fire. You know what I mean? And that excitement. You know what I mean? Romance. And sometimes you think about the romance, you just want to take off your pants and do a dance. You know, whatever. So we got that.
What we at the 4 or 5?
Is that 4 or 5?
You said faith, family.
That's a fear.
Oh, fear. Oh, you didn't say
financial.
Faith, but fear, financial, finances.
Family. You said
I thought so. You said, well, the freakiness, right?
Now we on faithfulness. Right? Now faithfulness can be directed in a lot of areas. Like, do you believe in me?
Mm-hmm.
Do I believe in you? Your goals. We got to continue to grow.
Right.
Because you're not that same person you might have been 2-3 years ago, 5, 10 years, 20. So we have to evolve.
Right.
And we still have to have faith in each other.
And you got to evolve together. Remember the thing I sent you? It was so dope. I can't even have it because it was on my phone. That's a whole other story. Anyway, but it literally says it's the word together and evolve. And it made some other words in there that the things you need to do, how you evolve, but you evolve together. Because everyone is not the same, because I had people tell me, like, you're different. I should be. Shouldn't be the same. Because if I'm the same as I was when I was 18, that's a problem.
Right.
That's a major problem.
Right.
I don't want to be 18 again.
Right.
That was stupid.
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, by 18, you don't know nothing.
No, nothing.
About emotions and relationships. So, and then we have another F. It's freedom. And again, that's why a lot of the homies, oh man, your girl got you in a lock. You locked, man. You can't do nothing. You can't go out and play pool, play ball, or go to the club or something. You know what I mean? So with that whole freedom. So I actually have a relationship constitution, man.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, and I say freedom, meaning have your freedom, but don't be freedom, FREEDUM.
Don't get it twisted. Don't get carried away with it.
Listen to that again. Have your freedom, but don't be freedom.
There you go.
Right, and be dumb in your freedom even when you're out there.
That's right. Don't get it twisted.
You understand?
Don't get carried away with it.
Don't be all
because then that's where trust comes in at. Trust and understanding, right?
Exactly.
And then so you should be able to trust, and that's where it all comes into because of the love, because of self-love. They're secure in themselves.
Right.
Because when you're not secure in yourself, that's when you got the they call us the clingy chicks. It's like, well, what you doing? Well, how you doing?
Yeah, what you doing? Where you going?
Where you going?
Where you going? What you doing?
Oh man, why she's so clingy? Why she's so
let me know.
Oh, but secretly, y'all really like that. Because it's attention. Secretly, y'all really like
man, it's cool.
After a while, it's annoying.
You know what I mean?
This one again. Well, we say the same thing.
Y'all do the same thing?
We do the same thing.
I got some clingy boys out
here. Yeah, they are.
Yeah? What you doing? Where you at?
Oh, my God. So
call you back.
Call you back.
They call you back at 8. It's 8:43. They call you back at 8:55. What you doing? Remember that happened to me? That happened to me when I was 16.
I'm doing something. I'm working.
I'm like, yo.
You always working.
Right.
Well, here's the thing. If you love what you do,
you're never working.
You're never working. You do what you love. Period. Period. But if people don't understand it, right, it's love. And that's having understanding. That's having, understanding, having patience, having compassion, and really being able to be a support. Right? And being able to, so here's the thing. Like, wait a minute. So before I get into that, but did you get to the last one?
Yeah.
No, you didn't. The 7. No, you only got the 6. You didn't say 5.
6. Oh yeah. But friendship, the foundation, like yeah. So it's like you want to have a solid foundation. Gotta have that friendship. You gotta be friends with the person that you with.
Right.
Ultimately, that should be your best friend. And
he's over the cruise ship.
And you know that's very, very important to have that solid foundation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
From the rip. So
that's the main that's the main thing is that friendship. But once again, it's that back to that ship, that cruise ship. So you can't put you're just a ship, and then you got to define. Okay, we're gonna have to have a friendship and establish that.
Right.
So okay, so let's just and then what that is, that's a friendship, and that's the best thing to have. It's a friendship.
Is, absolutely.
Always have
because you're always gonna miss that friend.
That's right. No matter what happens,
and
no matter what happens,
should be your best friend. You should know. Not to say you're not gonna have disagreements. I mean, at times we're not feeling each other in that moment, but it cannot be that deep.
Right. It can never be that deep. It can never, ever, ever, ever be that deep.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it can never be that deep. But, like I said, so, when, and now I thought I was going to remember, but I forgot for the moment, it might boomerang back. So I should have just said it at the moment. Whatever. So, at this junction, you have your 7 effing reasons. We have our reason, like get in, out of my way, y'all. But that really comes from, depends on. This is one of my things. When you're dealing with the art of love, and it really deals with the self-love, the love of self.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times when the love of self is not there, is because there's some other hurt, pain, wounds, trauma, something that hasn't been addressed. There's some hurt in some way. Someone hurt you in some way, emotionally, like really, like, man, I really, gave all of this, I loved her. Man, she broke my heart, man. So now all these O's, they going get it.
Get my wrath.
Right?
They gonna get my wrath.
I've heard, right?
I've heard the homies say that about each other. I ain't never getting close to a chick like nah. And I'm like, dang, she still got you. Because you ain't let that go.
Because there's still a hurt.
Yeah.
There's still a hurt.
Right? What we say about here. Right?
Oh yeah. What was healed?
Having everything all lined up. We having HEA up. You haven't fully healed, and you haven't healed properly.
Right.
So what you do is you look for your healing through another person, right? And then that becomes an issue, right? Because then if you and that person don't make it, then that hurt carries on from the original person and from that person.
That's right.
And you go to a new relationship.
That's
and
right.
That happens, and then that don't work.
And then that don't work. Yeah.
And it keeps building up to snap. 90% of men in jail are in jail over the female. Did you know that? We're trying to impress you.
Really?
In the club, fighting, gun, blah, blah, blah. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Power of women, I tell you. That's why I say, and what I mean? Do not prostitute your power. Ladies, you have a lot of power.
Beyond.
You know what I'm saying?
Beyond. It gets so deep. A lot of power. That's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother everything.
But the art of love is about loving yourself. Loving yourself no matter what. If you have, they say, affirmations to yourself. I love myself.
Right.
It's gonna come out great. See, people should say, as entrepreneurs, like we're already crazy. Like people don't. The average person, people don't understand how our thought process is. But a lot of times we get to where we want with the affirmations of our visions, and we see where we want to be at.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So.
So now, the one thing we talked about too, and I don't know if you go over this in the course, but one of the things I think we had discussed the other day was about contentment.
Yeah.
About contentment. Now, that may come across as, wait a minute, you just like want to settle for something, you want to be content with something. That's not what I mean by that.
Sorry.
So contentment is basically when someone is in whatever stage they're in their life, and so when they have healed, they can everything's lined up. And when they have self-love, they understand the art of love. They understand what fuels them and what they need. Right? And so help me out. What was I saying?
I was letting you flow right there.
I know. Facts. I know. Facts. Because I saw Walt's thing came up, and Thank you, Walter. You made my thought process go. But facts, in order to move on, you must first heal within yourself. Yeah, no, absolutely. Because the contentment, thank you. So the contentment means basically when you are content with your life, because you are happy with yourself, you're not seeking validation from others. You're not being, see, this is that thin line. You're not selfish, right? You're selfless. You still can give of yourself, but you understand your worth. Ooh. Right? Because you are content with your life. You are content to the point where you have healed those past hurts. You are all those reasons, those 7 reasons. May not be all 7, but you have the majority of them where you feel like, you know what, I can allow someone in my world. That's the contentment. It's not just accepting anything, but it's accepting what's for you. That's what I believe where people have to get to a place of being content. Yeah. But like I said, not content where like I'm tired of dating. I forget y'all. Oh man, forget them chicks, man. No, it's not that level of content. That's not what I mean by that. But it's literally, that's within. That's that self-love within, to being content within. Yeah. Yeah. So, and it's just like how people say too. I want to say that a lot of people come off and they say, this person makes me happy. I'm glad you did that. Right? Or this person no. You gotta be happy with yourself first. A person can enhance your happiness. You gotta add to it. Right? They can enhance it, or they can try to subtract from it, right? But you should be happy on your own. So right, but a lot of times people say that. When people say that, I'll be like, what? Yeah, no, but then too. So then you gotta watch that, because people are attracted to that. That's like, wow, happy person, and just assume that because that person is so happy that they're going to make. That's what it goes back to. That they're going to make. Oh, because you're happy, you're going to make me happy. I'm gonna be happy because you're happy. No, you gotta be happy because you're happy. Despicable me, you know what I'm saying? Despicable me. And then y'all end up being despicable we, because y'all together and y'all happy. Yeah. And y'all happy. So, maybe not all the time, but right. But I mean, but it's really like that's I said, that's key. That's as you get older, you start to see it's like that's why I don't want to be 18 again, because I was really stuck on stupid. I was really dumb. But that's a whole nother conversation. So this whole thing about once again, it's healing and it's holistic, and everything I do is mind, body, and soul. Right. And see, I'm saying soul, not spirit, because you're not in control of spirit. Spirit is what comes into you, that you allow to come into you once you have healed your soul. Because the spirit can't come into something that's not in alignment, and the alignment is your mind, has to be in alignment with your body, has to be in alignment with your soul. If any of those are out of whack, then you're not able to be content. Then you're not able to truly allow the spirit to come and attach and guide you and direct you and make you whole. That's what's going to make you whole. Yeah. Not another person. Because you see another person shining. Because you see another person bright. No one goes to someone who's miserable. You realize that, right? Yeah. They don't go and try to holler at somebody that's miserable. Misery loves company. Yeah, and they ain't really hollering at them. I mean, unless they got a big butt and a smile, then maybe I guess, but that's temporarily. Then she poison. That girl is poison. So can't trust that big butt. They so true. I don't know why I ain't listen to that. I'm serious. Like, they get you in trouble. They get you in trouble. They get you in a lot of trouble. And see, and there's thirst traps. We call it thirst traps. They traps. Yeah, it's traps. They traps. It's a lot of traps. It's a lot of traps. So now because of that, there's that conditioning. Because we do have power, but we just a lot of times we use it in the wrong way. Yeah. And see, and that power is not the proper power, because now that's the false love. Man, I love her. Man, I need her on my arm because I love the way she look. You love the way she look. But do you love her? Because I've heard a lot of times, like, man, yeah, she banging, but man, after a while, she foreign.
Wow.
It could be the same thing, so you got arm candy. Okay, same thing for women. We can have trophy guys too. Don't get it twisted. We can do that too. I can have arm candy too. But
that's interesting. I mean, because I'm seeing that, and that's why I'm so excited about the course. That's why I'm so excited about what we're doing.
Right.
Because it's like, being in this institute, the MYE Institute, you're going to learn every aspect about life and about healing, and about moving forward and gaining your strong and your true self. Yeah. So this is why I'm excited for. This is why I'm love being a part of this platform. There's a coaching element that we have. We come to listen. You get one-on-one with me. I'm gonna dive in. I'm gonna get to the grit, and we're gonna pull it out. And then we're going, you know what I'm saying? We got to unlearn some things, unlearn some thoughts. That's another thing that we have to unlearn, some of the beliefs. And once you become aware and quote woke, you know what I mean, about even your own self, then you're going to start really being like, what was I doing? What was I accepting? Why was I accepting that?
Why would you accept
Why would I accept that?
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Why did I allow that to happen? Right? Because some people are like, man, this person, man, it made me mad. Right?
Okay, so why did you let them make you mad? Like, protect your peace.
Exactly. So that's my point. I'm saying,
protect your peace.
But people allow people to make them mad, even if you're driving, right? And then somebody go past you, and then you're like, no, we got to do that. But man, go ahead.
Here's the thing: we're all human, right?
We are.
There's going to be sometimes there's going to be some infiltration, right? Mm-hmm. But then you just have to know how. See, that's when you build all the tools. Mm-hmm. To know how to handle all those situations as they come up.
You got to build the tools.
You have to build the tools, and that's when you cultivate. Now I'm going to talk to what Tanisha talked about. Yes, I'm talking about Tanisha. She's tomorrow. Okay. So you between the two T's, right? Jeez. So Tanisha, she said yesterday, with her acing it to personal development, you have to activate. You have to activate it. Mm-hmm. You have to cultivate it, and then you have to execute it. Right. But those are all the things that you're dealing with personally. You have to, there's all kind of personal development. And that will get you to a place when you're ready for, because it's all shifting your mindset, right? It allows you to look at love differently and understand that love is patience, love is kindness, right? It allows you to understand what the difference is of love, the false love that was given to you before. Like I was molested. So for those of you know my story, so that was already a different form of love that was expressed to me. So my idea of it was now I had to erase that and I had to come up with my own definition, and it was all wrong. It was all wrong. So, but you don't know those things until you work on self. Right. Then you can understand what value you have for yourself before you understand the value that you have for the world. Yeah. And I'm not saying for someone else, because it's for the world. It's for the world. And then
because your story helps change the lives of other people going through and gives them a voice. Exactly. And that's why I always tell you I have so much respect for you and so much love for you, because you are the epitome of being relentless when it comes to life and different things of that nature. Because you should hate, and most people say you should hate men.
Yeah, I should. Mm-hmm.
The person who was supposed to be your main protector, you know what I mean, was the one violating you.
Pretty much. Yep. Pretty much. And then going into like I said, growing up, in my teens and then in my 20s and in my 30s, and then
you was looking for love from a different.
I was looking for love, and I was loving my father all over again, because that was the narrative and the definition that I was given. Unconsciously, like not even consciously, because I knew what I wanted, but I didn't understand what it was that I really wanted, and I didn't understand. And that's for a lot of us, men and women. We don't really truly understand, and so that's what we want you to be able to get to, this place of fully understanding self. Yeah. To magnify your essence, so your essence can be magnified, so that way you can really truly identify who your amazing self is, and so that way you can continue to learn, you can continue to grow, you can continue to thrive. Yeah. So Lamar. So I know we've been here for quite some time, and thank you everybody who's been chiming in, who's going to watch this on the replay. So let me tell you about the replay. So you can go to, you see the ticker down on the bottom. It's bit.ly/MYE Institute, and you go to this course, which is exactly just, it's on the front page. It says celebrating you, celebration for this school, and you get the replays. They're all there, lined up. Day 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you get lifetime access to it.
Lifetime.
But not only that, wait, there's more.
There's more.
There's more.
There's more.
It's all free.
Mm-hmm.
But I know you're watching us on YouTube. I know you're watching us on Facebook, and I thank you and for chiming in. That's wonderful. See, but for those who register, you get to entered into a raffle drawing. You get some special prizes.
You lying?
I don't know. I might be able to cop a copy of something, maybe the Art of Kissing or something. I don't know. I might be able to get something for you guys. But you get. Here's the main thing that I want to give away. So next month, one of you guys will be a guest, my personal guest.
Shut up.
In Atlanta.
You lying?
At a one-day summit.
Whoa.
Unleash your voice. In the ATL. Now you gotta get there on your own. But I got you. Right? You gotta get there on your own.
Gotta get there.
But I got your ticket to get in the building. And I'll tell you, this ticket is a pricey ticket. But I'm gonna tell you who's on the bill. I'm one of the speakers. I'm gonna just tell you, I'm on the bill. So I'm on the bill. So
it's already gonna be.
Gonna be fired. Dr. Cheryl Woods is on the bill.
Fire.
But this one right here, we got some other like Dr. Jonas, we got Constance, we got
Jonas, what's up?
5 other amazing speakers, right? But this one right here, you gotta be hungry. Mamie's baby boy. Y'all know who I'm talking about. They better ask somebody. Les Brown. So listen. The GOAT. So you're gonna hear from the kid on Friday, but the GOAT. So listen, that's what one of the raffle tickets. That's one of the things. But you have to be registered in order to be entered into that. So make sure you do that. So and then also, if you see on the ticker, it also says use coupon code. So for this week and this week only. See, I'm saying wait, there's more. For this week and this week only. If you use the code 40, coupon code 40, you get 40% off for anything in school. That comes from coaching to watching the Celebrating Youth Women's Conference. Any of the years. Year 5, we had Melissa Morgan. We had Garfield Fleming. We had, so I want to tell you, star-studded. You got to check all those replays out. You can watch The Good Life. My film. You can take any of the courses you can get. So if there's anything that you need to do, if you want to lose weight, because you know what, I got you on that one. Show you if you could do it right. Intermittent fasting, I'm the queen of that. So my boot camp starts up on the 8th of every month. So you can get it now at a discount and just be already set up and ready for next month. Also have starting next week my Just Show Up Mastermind course. I'm so excited about this. You can get that if you get it now, you get it 40% off. So basically anything in the school, the Art of Love, 40% off. Acing into Development, 40% off. Nutrition Basics, 40% off. Everything, Dr. X, dear Dr. X, dear Mr. X, 40% off. Act and Grow Belief, 40% off. Be Fearless, anything that's in the schools, 40% off. This week, 40% off. You gotta use that code. So anyway, gotta use it. They gotta use it. They can't sleep. They gotta use the code.
Listen, this is a phenomenal group of people that we got together. Phenomenal. And listen, we're very excited.
And you have lifetime access.
Lifetime. There's some people. Listen, that's key that you said it, because I've been investing in programs and be gone by the 3rd month. I had somebody cuss me out. Not cuss me out. I almost cussed them out. Like, why you want
lifetime access?
How you want Edison? I bought it.
They got to add because you bought it, right? You bought it.
That's a lifetime investment.
You bought it. Because if it's an investment, then you get to come back to it. Because I know a lot of times you need to hear things multiple times before you
that's true. That's true.
So listen, that's where we're at. But I want before we go. So once again, I want to thank you for being and setting this up. So we came to you guys a little differently today.
Shout out to Ed. Thank you, Ed.
Yeah, shout out to Ed. Shout out to Dr. Walls, yes, thank you for chiming in wherever you're at in the world on that cruise ship, right? Yes. But listen. Okay, we always end. If you notice, we've been watching over the past couple of days. We know about Lamar. He gave us a great background to now you know why who he is, why he wanted to teach the course, and what his expertise is behind that and his passion behind it. Mm-hmm. See, and that's what's key and important. When someone loves what they're doing, then you're going to learn so much from them because they love it. They're not just doing it just to be doing it. Mm-hmm. Because they're doing it because it's coming from a place of being selfless. Mm-hmm. They want to make sure that you have the tools that you need so you can then be better, not bitter. A lot of us are bitter. But in any event, so I want you to share with us. So it's two things. So one, for someone that's out there that's in a relationship or they're seeking relationships or they're looking for love in the wrong places or they want love, like Cool J, I need love. I need love. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, all right, we digress.
Hey, come on, hey, New York.
I know. So we digress. Sorry, y'all. So listen.
First rap love song ever.
Changed the whole rap game. So can you give just two, one of those pieces of advice to somebody who's looking for love and possibly in the wrong place?
Okay, if you're looking for love, I would suggest looking into the mirror. Number one, and look at yourself, and really define what makes you happy, what your purposes are in life, and ultimately those will help you define who you are more. You have to define that first. Also look in the mirror and find out, because the backgrounds that we come from, there's a lot of trauma. There's just a lot of trauma that's been passed down, consciously and subconsciously. A lot of pain, a lot of pain passing. That's why I always say pain passing.
Pain passing.
And instead of passing me your passion instead of passing me your pain.
I like that.
What I'm saying? So that's one of the things that I say. That's very important. So pass me your passion and not your pain. And then from there, I believe if you conquer all those areas, then it'll be easier, because you're going to initially attract what you're looking for, because you're comfortable with who you are, what you've been through, what you overcame, and then initially it's just going to be a magnet of attraction. You don't even have to go out there. The person that you are. I'm not going to say you ain't going. A fool's not going to be attracted to, because flies are attracted to honey, and also flies are attracted to shh.
There you go. You heard it. Okay.
So ISH ish. But just let you know, that's so. But you'll be more mindful to know what's going on as far as be able to make an intelligent decision towards that, because you really see who will like you, and that's when you find out everything about that person.
Right.
I'm not gonna say in the first 2 times you go on with but you need to have somebody who's gonna be willing to share, open up their lives, what they've been through, overcame, all that, the dark stuff. I want to know all of that, because I got to know what I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? If you've been through that, okay, you've been through this, situation, molestation, I need to know that. So I know, you know what I mean? I need to know how it dealt with you. This happened something with me. I ain't grew up without a mom. And that's maybe why I'm feeling some way about women. You need to know that, right? You know what I mean? If I had a woman, a bad experience, because you're going to understand what's going on, because a lot, you have to really dig deep, and especially when you get serious with somebody, understand what's going on. So,
awesome.
So
that's some really good advice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now the last thing, as we go out, give us 2. Once again, because everything is 2. Two fun facts about yourself. Fun facts. Like it could be anything. So I'll just give you a breakdown. So Doc Ock is a gamer.
Yeah.
She's a gamer. She was she's a gamer. She's team PSP all day, every day.
No Xbox with her.
No X. She's like, no Xbox, no Xbox. She's like serious about her gaming. Serious about her gaming.
Hey, Carmen. Yes.
Hey, Carmen. Cornerstone of our existence. Love it. Yes. And
so one, I would say, I'm a great freestyler. You'll see when we get on stage and talk about when it comes to hip hop and flowing on top of my head, I flow. I got. So I'm nice. That's what some people know about that about me. Some people don't.
He all sit back. So
I'm nice.
I am, nice like that.
Yeah, I am.
I'm cool like that.
Yeah, cool like that. Real like
that. Oh, chill.
And then I'm gonna say another fun fact. I mean, I love learning.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You can learn from anybody.
Carmen says Lamar, the legendary rapper. So you know what we want to do this. So you love learning, and you're a great freestyler. Mm-hmm. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna freestyle on our way out. So hook it up. We got a little beat. You the master.
I'm not gonna go like acapella. This is like I don't even know. But all that love, hold me down, please give me your kiss, or maybe you give me your hug. Each and every day, I'll pray for a woman like you, and sitting back, hold it down, definitely keeping it true. I'm doing my thing, relentlessly more, relationship king. Come on, listen, you want no rap, I hear them off, they number facts, and just like that, yo, here we go, we watch the flow, if you ain't know that I can go this long, I'm so strong, and I'm going, but it's how we do y'all think we're going.
You were surprised at yourself, when you was like, wait a minute, Listen, you guys. Listen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you check out the Art of Love on the MYE Institute. So once again, check out any of the courses this week. You can get them for 40% off. There's some things on it that's free. There's some things that's very cost efficient. There's some things that you got to invest in, right? You want one-on-one coaching with me or any of my other, master trainers. Listen, it's an investment. Even if you want to be a trainer, come on, fill out the application. I want to see you. I want to see what you got, what you want to share with everybody. Help everybody with their mind, body, and soul. Right? To learn, to grow, and to thrive. Wow. So listen, this is your girl Carolyn Wilson from Magnify Your Essence. This is Relentless Lamar, Relationship King. Listen, day 3 in the record book. Thank you. You're quite welcome, Carmen. Yes, thank you. Make sure that you go and watch the replay. Make sure you go and register to see the ticker so that way you can enter and get some prizes from us. Yes. So listen, thank you so much, you guys. I want you to do one of 3 things. Everything I always tell people to do. What's that? Be empowered, be inspired, and most importantly, just be magnified. Bam. There it is. All right, see you guys. One love. See you later. Bye.